weeks ago.
First, there's two Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not. The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie.
Welcome back. A fact is a fact is a fact. But President Trump's recent comments to friends, as reported by the New York Times, have made us wonder, does he know about an alternative universe, his own bizarro world where the sun is the moon and a lie is the truth? That's the subject of this week's State of the Cartoon. As comic book aficionados know, Superman has his arch-enemy Bizarro, who lives in a topsy-turvy world where stop means go and yes means no. And increasingly, it sounds as though there's a Bizarro Trump who also lives in a world of opposites.
This reality, this wonderful place.
In the real world, in reality, we all heard President Trump say this about that hideous Access Hollywood tape.
I've said and done things I regret, and the words released today on this more than a decade-old video are one of them.
But for Bizarro Trump, well, the New York Times reports that he's still insisting the tape might not be his voice.
Totally fake and made up. It's like a novel.
Here on planet Earth, President Trump finally admitted this.
President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period.
But in Bizarro world, we're told, the president is still questioning the authenticity of President Obama's birth certificate.
In other breaking news, the world is round, not flat.
You can see this phenomenon almost everywhere, whether it's how often the president golfs or how well he's doing in the polls.
I'm getting tremendous support. Even in your polls, I'm getting tremendous support.
In fact, what we're all watching these days, it makes a lot more sense if, as a kid, you read a lot of Superman comic books.
This is reality. You know it, they know it, I know it, and pretty much the whole world knows it.
Now, if you would punch up Dr. Carson, Ben Carson, when Trump called him a pedophile, and the next day he joined Trump. And the guy asked him, see, every now and then you slip and say stuff. He said, why'd you do that? He said, it's two Trumps. I was with the good one. You see it there. Just punch up. When somebody interviewed him, he said, there's two Donald Trumps. That's easy to pull up.
You said there were the two.
Are there two Donald Trumps?
There are.
Yeah. Well, which one is running for president? Which one? Which one?
Who have you seen? Tell us who you have seen.
Well, I have seen a man who's actually willing to sit down and engage in deep, serious conversations about the problems that affect our country.
So he said he has pathological disease. Now, if you're pathological, there's no cure for that, folks. Okay? There's no cure for that. But if you're a child molester, there's no cure. They can't stop you.
There are two different Donald Trumps. There's the one you see on the stage, and there's the one who's very cerebral, sits there and considers things very carefully. You can have a very good conversation with him. And that's the Donald Trump that you're going to start seeing more and more of right now.
I think there are two Donald Trumps. There's the public version, and people see that, and I don't know what they see exactly, but it seems to have worked over my lifetime. But it's probably different, I think, than the personal Donald Trump. I think Ben would say that. Ben said it very well today. So perhaps there are two Donald Trumps.
There is a storm coming! Like nothing you have ever seen! And not a one of you is prepared!